Alright guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Go video on the channel, and today, as you can see by the video that I'm posting below, we are doing Mega Gengar raids. So, what I'm going to be doing while doing these raids is talking about how you can maximize your raiding ability and what Pokemon to go for, especially during like this kind of period where there's an event coming on soon, but then also there's not that great of a legendary out at the time. So, as we all know, REGISTEEL is currently out as the Pokemon for the week, I guess. There's not much point unless you don't have I don't have the shiny, so I might do a few raids in this one actually, because I don't actually have the shiny. I didn't go for the Regice either, and I don't have the shiny of that. Just because the Pokemon isn't meta relevant in anything. Yeah, PvP REGISTEEL's got a good usage. Don't think it's that high, but it is used a bit. But other than that, there's no use to having REGISTEEL. Whereas if you have a Mega Gengar that you could potentially max out if you don't have the energy to currently do so, then that to me is more important than going for a Pokemon that I could potentially get shiny. I go for functionality over aesthetic. So there you go. I just got 24 candy for Ghastly, and then also got I think it's a decent one. No, it's not. I got 225 energy from that. I have got 2 Gengars currently waiting to be Mega Evolved, and then also one that is maxed out. And we're back. So as you can see here, I do have one that is maxed out. Max level, gets me the extra candy I need, the extra XL candy. And then also on my Mega Prime, let's go to number here. I have 2 Mega level 1s. So for me, doing a few Gengar raids is a lot more efficient for my account than going for a shiny REGISTEEL, which I can go for in the future. Because they will just roll back around. Yes, they have a legacy move at the minute, so I might go for one. But other than that, there's not much point in me going for it. Same as with these other ones, like Pidgeot is coming up in the next one. And I only have 2 level 1s, I believe, plus 1 maxed. So for me, going for that Mega Pidgeot for maybe 400, 600 energy will help my account progress forward more than trying to get a shiny. So that's my opinion on it. Obviously, some people would rather go for the collection aspect of the game, which I do agree with to some extent. Like, hey, there's all my max Megas, which you'll see some new ones there. I'll go over them while we do the next raid. But like I said, I go for functionality over aesthetic, and other people do go for the collection. And that is also perfectly fine. That is based on what you want your account to be and how you want to present that to other people in your community. Give me 2 seconds and I'll get into another raid and I will be back. Alright guys, and we're back with the second raid. I'll have 2 videos up at the moment, one with the raid on, one with looking at our party for Megas that are maxed out. So in the past week, I have got 4 new Mega Pokemon up to max level. So as you can see here, we have the costume Charizard and one with the party hat. I recently got this to max level, I think it was yesterday. And then I also have the 3 Hoenn starters. So I have a Swampert, I have a Blaziken, and I have a Sceptile, all max level, all ready to go for the events that will be coming up soon, especially the Swampert, which will be happening for the Hoenn event, which I cannot wait for. That is going to be a 2-day event, and I will try and get the videos up the day of the event, because I will be going and doing in-person events with a couple of friends, so that will be a very interesting one to try and edit by the time I get home. I won't be doing any voiceover whilst doing the raids in public, so it will be a voiceover after the fact. But that doesn't matter. We are going to get the event out relatively early and try and get show you what the event's like. So I will be going to one of the major cities in Liverpool. I won't say which, but it's going to be a very interesting one because I know what the Pokestops and gyms are like there. So there is around 10 gyms, about spread across like a mile radius. And then also they have a Pokemon Go Fest little cluster right at the bottom. So that might be interesting to do as well. So yeah. Max level Pokemon, Mega Pokemon. From what I've seen, I'm in a few chats on like Facebook, WhatsApp groups, that kind of thing. Not a lot of people Mega every day, I am noticing. Now, I don't know if that's to keep a function being there for longer. So like I'm a big one of trying to get 3 Megas like max leveled as soon as possible. Whereas a lot of people seem to like to do the get 1, Mega it once, wait 7 days, Mega it again, 7 days, all the way up to the 7th one, and then doing it every 5 days. Now it's an interesting strategy. It's a very good way of getting a free max level Mega. I did do it with my Latias and Latios. There we go. We just got the catcher, and it's for them raids. I did not have the amount of people needed to get the good amount of energy, so I had to do it that way. But Mega Pokemon like this Gengar, you don't need a lot of people. You can trio it. So like when we go on the Pokemon Go Fest Hoenn event, from what I've seen, it says 2 and 3 Pokemon trainers to take down the Primals. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to need at least 7 or 8. I think they're going to be very powerful, and people like with the Latios and Latias, the Mega ones, it was very underestimated in the community. Even I thought 6 trainers would be enough, and it really wasn't. So I'm looking forward to going over this on the video of the day, because it's going to be a great event. I wish I could go to the Las Vegas one. Maybe next year's tour I might go on to. But it will be a very interesting event to see what they do next year. So the Hoenn Tour is obviously the one coming up, which Primals are hype. So hype. I cannot wait for them, and hopefully we get a surprise Mega Rayquaza as well. Or Shadow Rayquaza, one of the two. However, next year's one is Sinnoh. And there's not much you can do with it unless you go into the Legends Arceus era of legendaries. If you haven't played it like myself, but I have seen a lot of spoilers, so I do apologise. Spoiler, if you want to stop the video here. So you do have the Primal Dialga and Primal Palkia, which obviously look like they've merged with Arceus. That is the only way I can see them doing this event, unless they're going to bring out Arceus. And they're going to bring out all types of Arceus, and you have an hour for each. Something like that. And it spans across both days. That is the only other thing I can think of to do for a Sinnoh Tour. Obviously, the mythical Pokemon from Sinnoh... What was it again? Prodex. Let's have a look at Prodex, and we will see. It wasn't Meloetta, that was 5th. There was multiple. That's why I couldn't figure it out. So, in the 4th gen, you've got Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaymin, Skyform, and Arceus. Now, I don't know which ones are classed as legendary. I think Darkrai and Cresselia are legendaries. Manaphy, I think, is legendary as well. So I think it might just be the Arceus. I hope not. I hope they do something different with like the primals, because that'd be a lot more of an interesting tour for people, because it does bring out, you know, the difference in a Pokemon's form and its uses. So let's just look at the primal. Sorry, the origin form. It's not primal. The origin form Dialga. So looking at it, it's a Steel Dragon type. It's obviously got a great attack stat. I think it has the same attack stat as the normal Dialga, or maybe a bit more special attack. But just having that extra evolution would be a great event. Like the primals, they add a different hype to the event. So hopefully next year's one will include them, but I don't know if they will, because there's a lot of Hisuian Pokemon that would need to be brought out before we even think about a Hisuian event. Which maybe they'll keep until then. Obviously a Hisuian event would be decent as well. Anyway, let's get into this third raid and we will carry on from there. Alright guys, and we are back. And as you can see, my Mega Charizard is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to Mega Evolve it into the Dragon typing. Because I am going to be doing a REGISTEEL raid. So I thought, best thing to do, get the fire types out. Do a nice simple REGISTEEL raid. The reason I've gone Dragon rather than Flying is it does have Zap Cannon as a move potentially in the fight as well, so we want to have a bit of weakness towards that lightning attack. What I'm going to go over in this bit is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of videos during the week. So what I'm going to be doing 4 Pokemon Go videos a week, and what I'm going to do for these, if they're not informational videos on events, and they're not blogs for me because I'm not going to have a camera out looking at me and while I'm doing stuff, but like the event type videos where I record a raid, etc. I'm going to go over each individual typing, because me, especially when I started again after 2 years, I didn't know which Pokemon was meta, but also which Pokemon to substitute if I didn't have the best of the best. And I think that is really helpful, especially when you're trying to do raids and PvP. What can you exchange for a Mewtwo? Or what can you change for a Shadow Mewtwo? Luckily that has come back recently and I have got myself one, but it's still the same type of thing where I don't want anyone to think they need to have the max level 50 Reshiram to do well in raids. I'm very more of a common Pokemon type of person, unless I've gone especially hard for Pokemon. Like now, for instance, I'm using a Darmanitan, which obviously it's not that higher end tier of legendary. However, it is a really good Pokemon to use, especially in raids, because it does do a lot of damage. So I will be going over each typing. We'll start off with grass and then move our way forward. I will also go over the best megas to use in that typing as well. Or maybe I'll leave the megas for another video. I don't know yet. This REGISTEEL's not taking a lot of damage. I feel like there is only 5 of us here, but I feel like our entire party isn't doing super effective moves. And potentially I could have brought out a fighting type mega and gone fighting, but well, I had Charizard with a full mega set to go, so I thought, why not use this? And I should have actually kept it for the Noibat event tomorrow. I have got enough energy to Mega Evolve it again, so that's not a problem, but I should have left it. What I'll do is I'll bring you back at the end of this raid, and we'll see if I get a shiny or a hundo. Let's hope it's both. And there we go, guys. Registeel has been taken down. Took a bit longer than I would have thought normally, but maybe that's because we only had 5 instead of 6 people. Let's see if we get a Shundo. Come on. A shiny, I would definitely like a shiny. Not a shiny, and I definitely don't think that is anything to boast about the 1384, so let's leave it at that. Let's catch this, and then I will end the episode there. There you go, guys. We have now caught the Registeel. Let's see if it is a good one or not. It's actually pretty decent. Not too bad. And a few records there as well. That was from the United States. So thank you to the person that gave me the invite. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys are having a great time with the Registeels. Hopefully you got a few shinies, a few Shundos. If you did go for the Giovanni, please let me know how hard the battle was, because I will not be doing it. I'll be saving my pass for a different and more powerful Shadow legendary Pokemon in the future. So yeah, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in the next one.